How's it going? Welcome back to Crypto Learning Community. Today we're going to follow up with some of our HBAR setups that we given, and also I have some new setups for you on Ethereum as well as ENJ as well. So we have a lot of good TA to go over. It's Monday, a new week, and we have a new month as well. So let's get into this. Off the bat, I'm going to start on the weekly time frame for Ethereum. So I'm kind of trying to get a bias. Let me remove drawings just for a second. So we've had a nice large push, and market structure on this higher fractal is coming up bullishly, right? If we do pull back from here, it'd be safe to say we come into this previous range before finding support and making a new high. Okay, bullish market structure. So we pull back, but ultimately it's still bullish. Watching this range, I should just use this, which is kind of already marked out here, right? But one thing I want to point out is our weekly market cipher P is rolling over. I mean, there's no red dot yet. The weekly just started. I mean, we still have 6 days, but it doesn't look pretty. Okay. Now we have done something similar at a similar level too, right? At the 60 level, to where price came up and then just kind of flatlined. Market cipher B even got your red dot eventually, which gave you a nice pullback, but it ultimately kept coming up. So, take that for what you will, but this does show us that we can't fully rely on that. Now, usually though, the case with red dots, it starts rolling over, and then you get your red dot, and you have really big pullbacks, as seen here. Those are your large moves. So we still do want to take this as a trade, right? We have other confluences that I'm going to go over that tell us like, hey, this is worth the risk to reward to take a trade. So off the weekly though, we are looking like we should expect to pull back. Daily, on the other hand, has already pulled back, and market cipher is trying to pull curve up on this momentum wave. No green dot is flashed yet, but we do have a break of structure. Right here's a break of structure. So I am looking for this to be a trigger wave on the 4-hour time frame for us to come lower, because on the 4-hour this was evident pretty much across all altcoins. We had money flow coming out, we had momentum waves coming out, price action was coming higher, and these divergences ultimately gave us a very sharp pullback. I mean, we even had this, made another higher high before coming down, and money flow was still coming out. And I'll show you real quickly. This was evident on Filecoin. You had a short there, ENJ, AVAX, Atom, HBAR actually was the one I gave you all the setup for that short. That was a very fun, easy short, and it was lots of money. TP almost hit. We're gonna get into this, but for now, let's go back to oh no, we're looking at Ethereum. So now you could argue money flow's already come down to about 0, and now we're coming up. Sure, that's an argument, but I do believe this is just a higher or a lower high, because we have that shifted market structure. So I'm expecting us to keep coming down, and I'm just playing the fractal, right? So I have confluence and reason to take a trade here, and we do have good risk to reward. Did I delete all my stuff? I think I did. I jumped around too much. Where's all my drawings? Yeah, I messed around too much. There they are. Okay. So let's go about to our 4 hour. And let's dissect this a little bit. So this is our new range, right? This is technically all the range. I call this high as the top of the range simply because we have a breaker structure here that's very powerful. So about 50% of the range is about in here. The area I'm watching was this coil. I'm not targeting this low, I'm actually targeting these lows. I like that a lot more. We have volume area low of the range and POC about in there. We have our 786 with the liquidity. A lot of confluence for that as a target. But I would watch for a bounce at this level. We have our previous range as an order block. We have liquidity here. 618 right below that. We would have cleared the we would be in discount at that point, so that's another good area to either take a profit or look to maybe take a long to hedge your short. So I mean, that's how we play the game, right? Depending on where we're at in the fractal, we're long and short, we're playing both sides. It's about order flow. You know, this will bring us down to give us a higher low before we make a higher high. But then on a lower fractal, we're making a lower high before we make a lower low. So our market structure looks now like this. There's that reversal pattern I'm always showing you. Right? So these things are there, they're evident, it's plain as day. Just need to learn to manage your risks and if the reward's worth it, and learn to extract value from what you're seeing. So I tried to mark out a few supply zones up here. Just curious to see. Some of them I don't like, but I still marked them out. We have pulled 2 VPVRs, like so, kind of treating this as a range, and then kind of seeing all the volume as well. Okay. So I really like this spot for a rejection. I'm not seeing too much on divergences. I feel like we are going to probably do something like this, but I am already in a position, and I'm going to monitor these things. I'll even add to the position if I see something I like even more. So what is it? We have, okay, so here we have a high volume node, which is right where we're at. So this could easily flip to be the new point of control, even though our current POC's up here. POCs do change with volume. That's why I always mark high volume nodes. So definitely a very key area. It's about the volume area low of, the range. It's really about right here. We've already taken mitigated the 0.5, so we are in premium, which is another good selling area. We have confluence on this short. I'll show you that trade if you like. That's it right here. Just entered this trade. So, and then the only other one I'm in right now is ENJ at the moment. Now let's go take a look at, well, real quick, let's look at Ethereum to Bitcoin. I haven't actually checked this out. I'm curious. Let's go 4. Okay, it's really just ranging. What's Bitcoin dominance doing? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And then Bitcoin. Alright. Let's go take a look at H-bar. Let's cover H-bar real quick. And then we'll go to ENJin, and I'll show you the setups over there as well. Because honestly, what you see in ENJ, it's across a lot of altcoins, so a lot of this stuff like translates, unless you just got something that's not a lot of volume or a top project or something. But for the most part, they're all correlated. So to H-bar, the big short was that 4-hour bear div. Beautiful, beautiful play. We rode it all the way down. Just barely missing the major TP, but that's why I was telling y'all, you know, this is the range, and that's your important level you're gonna really watch. We'll probably come down here. It's just this is what I was expecting though. Probably get some movement and bounce in this area. It'll engineer more liquidity for them to come take. If they choose to come back down. I'm expecting, but if. What else? We had a nice bounce from our demand down here, bringing us back up. We had the short. Let me see. Let's get rid of some of this. Some of this noise. Right into our supply. This one kind of failed. But we did get our break right here. Nice short. That one got hit too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's kind of do some fresh TA on this. It's a pretty retest. Well, sorta. That's a beautiful retest. Who knows what volume looked like then, though. Oh yeah, see. VPPR is such a great tool. Ultimately, I'm bullish on H-bar. So in my previous videos, talking about any of this pullback we have is buying opportunity, and here's that play here. Let's go to daily actually. How about weekly? Okay. Yeah, here we go. So we have a nice, shift in market structure right here. Oh, you know what I don't like, actually? Oh, wow. Not really closing bodies above this. It's not very pretty. Ooh, wow. Okay, these are actually really weak. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's a lot of liquidity in there. My. I really find it hard to believe we come down here again. We need something on the macro, some bad news or some. Alright, I'm not gonna look at H bar. Let's go to ENJ, and I'll go over those setups with you all real quick. We've been watching ENJ on this channel for a while now. Major target on longs is 13 cents. But also we have 25 cents, 40 cents, and 70 cents. This one's also a very major target. It's 40 cents. This is a long-term project. There's a lot of beautiful things across the fractal, so if you get a swing long or just a spot buy on this project would be I think a fantastic move. So daily time frame, we are trying to print a green dot. We have left a lot of liquidity down here, but we do have some trades according. Where are my? I'm gonna show you on here. So I have, I guess it's not updated on there. I'll just show you on this chart here, but we have 3 trades. I'll get rid of that. So like so, targeting the 13 cents. I'm treating all these as swing longs. I don't really want to bother with scalp. I mean, I might shave some position, but I want to try to hold on to as much of these positions as possible. And my Ethereum short is hedging on these longs. So that's how I'm managing these trades and playing both sides of the fractal. So here's your setup right here. Just gone ahead and market it in. I was a little late entry. I meant to get in down here, but unfortunately I had to move some money around. I wanted to get this new exchange set up, and I missed my entry by an hour. So that's fine. It's still almost a 50 to 1. The logic is if we lose here, we're coming down to here with a lot of liquidity. If you wanted to cover this whole thing, you can. It reduces your R&R by a lot, but you still have like I believe a 4 to 1, maybe even a 5 to 1 R&R, which is worth it. So you can trade it that way too. But we have another trade set up right here, about the same, and there is a possibility of sweeping below right here. Even though we have bull divs, it could always come down lower and give us another divergence. The only thing is we have lots of liquidity, so I'm kind of curious to see what will happen there. And same logic, if we take these lows, we're coming lower to sweep the rest of that liquidity, which gives us a trade setup like so of 13 R&R, which is fantastic. And again, all targeting 13 cents, which is actually really the first major target. Okay, so on 2 of those setups, you have a 40 R&R targeting 13, and then you have another major TP at 26. That's 80 to 1, and then you have 40 cents. It's like 140 to 1, 130 to 1, or maybe 120 to 1. No, yeah, 140. I mean, if you could catch a swing position, it'd be amazing. Doubt we'll see 70 cents, but I'm really watching 40 cents. I'd be, if we don't hit that within the next year, I'll be surprised. But for now, we just prepare and try to get into a trade. This video's longer than I wanted it to be. I hope you all found some value in this and you manage your risk accordingly. A lot of these setups are larger fractal trades, so keep that in mind. Hope y'all God bless and trade safe.